Ellen, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Bejeweled off of Taylor's Midnight's album on the guitar. Here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so you only need to know 5 different chord shapes to play through this entire song, and we're going to start with our C major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner series right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out right here. The next chord shape is our D minor. We also have our A minor. There's our G add 4. And then the last chord shape is our F over C. And those are the only 5 chords you need to know to play through this song. So go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them, because it'll make learning the rest of the song so much easier for you. And if you're currently struggling with being able to transition between these chords fast enough, I would recommend checking out my Practice With Me chord transition series on my Forever Faithful channel, where we do cover a lot of these chords over there, and we practice building up the speed of the transition together in real time. So I will make sure to leave that playlist in the corner for those of you who need it. But once you have these chords under your belt, then we can go ahead and talk about the strumming that I would recommend for this song. Alright, so as I always say, if you are brand new to playing guitar, or you're somebody who struggles with playing guitar and singing at the same time, the first thing I would suggest doing is to bring up the song and go ahead and go through the entire thing with just a single down strum on each chord change as you sing through the song. And you want to take this time to really get used to what word or what syllable you're on whenever those chords are changing. So here's a quick example of what that would look like. Best believe I'm still bejeweled when I walk in the room. I can still make the whole place shimmer. Alright, so that's just a really quick example, but you would essentially want to do that for the entire song and just really make sure you know where those chords are going to be changing. And this is actually something you do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I will make sure to leave that link in the description box if you're interested. But once you're comfortable with where those chords are going to be changing, then we can go ahead and add to the single down strum to create more of a full strumming pattern that you can use for this song. Alright guys, so for strumming for today, as you can see, we're going to be counting this in a 16th note pattern. So if you don't know what that means or how to count that, I would recommend checking out my Taylor Swift beginner series right here on YouTube, because we do cover all of that over there. But basically it's going to sound like this. We have 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, 1 and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a. Alright, this is one of the more complicated strumming patterns. However, it is one that Taylor uses a bunch and you can use to play through so many of her songs. So I would definitely recommend at one point in time or another in your journey to just kind of sit down and get this under your belt. But basically what we're going to do for most of this song is we are going to play this full pattern through once per chord pairing. So what do I mean by chord pairing? Most of this song we are going to be playing 2 chords within this one measure. So for example, let's go ahead and look at that first verse. As you can see, we're starting here on our C chord. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a vertical line here in the middle of the pattern, and what this represents is where I want you to change chords. So for example, in the beginning of verse 1 we go from our C to our D minor. In this pattern you would play your C for the left half, so we've got C, down, 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 up. Do a quick switch to your D minor and finish out the right half of the pattern. Down, up, down, 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 up. Alright, so essentially this strumming pattern is one measure, but we're playing 2 chords within it, okay? And another little trick here is you can actually use the last up strum before the chord change to make that chord transition. So we have down, 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 and then make your switch with your up strum to your D minor. And then on this last up strum, you can do it again. You can use this up strum to make your chord transition to the next chord. When you play it fast enough, you really won't be able to hear this chord change at all. So we've got C, switch, D minor, switch, all right? So essentially those up strums that I have highlighted here, you can kind of just up strum them without holding any fingers down. And once you get the speed of your strumming pattern fast enough, you won't even be able to hear it. And that should be more helpful for you to make those chord transitions faster. So basically, after you have your C and your D minor split, we're gonna have our A minor and our G split, and it's gonna be played exactly the same way. So on A minor, we have the left half, down, 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 up. To your G add 4, finish it out, down, up, down, down, right? And I would say like 90% of the song is exactly what we just played there with the split pattern. We have C, D minor, A minor, G add 4. All right? So if you're already struggling with keeping up with the down and up and the coordination and all of that kind of stuff, I do actually have a Practice With Me Strumming Pattern series on my Forever Faithful channel as well, and I do cover this exact pattern over there. So we build it up in real time together. So if you're already struggling here, make sure to check that out so you can kind of build up that muscle memory. But once you have it down, we do need to speed it up quite a bit to get it at full tempo for this song. So let's go ahead and speed it up and do one phrase together. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D minor, A minor, G add 4. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. All right. So it does move pretty quickly for this song, as does a lot of the Midnight songs, but I know you can do it for sure. You just got to practice and build up that speed over time. But basically, that's how you can play through basically the entire song. Now, one thing I did want to quickly add in here is the palm mute. So whenever Taylor plays songs like this on live, something that she'll do is she'll keep the same strumming rhythm going, but she'll kind of do a palm mute to kind of make different parts of the song sound a little different. So basically what a palm mute is you're going to take the side of your hand that has your pick in it, and you're going to rest the side of your palm here on the guitar strings really close to where the bridge of your guitar is. So it's going to be pretty far back away from the sound hole, and basically as you strum, it'll kind of dampen the sound of those strings so it doesn't ring out as much. And this is going to apply for all of the down strums in this pattern. So we have down, 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 up, switch chords, down, up, down, 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 up. So when I did it slowly, you should be able to hear the up strums are still ringing out like normal. The down strums are what we want to palm mute, okay? So applying this palm mute through, we've got C, D minor, A minor, G add 4. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. All right? And that's the only thing that I would recommend kind of adding into this strumming rhythm is that palm mute. I like to use it during the verses, and then for the choruses, I like to let it ring out, and that'll make it sound a little bit different depending on what part of the song you're on. So now let's go ahead and put everything together to kind of play through the song. I'm starting here on our C chord for verse 1. We've got C, D minor. It does go a little fast like this, okay? Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. And this is how you can play through the verses. Baby love, I think I've been a little too kind. Didn't notice you walking all over my peace of mind in the shoes I gave you as a present. All right, the end of the verse, we are gonna have our F over C chord and our G add 4 chord where we do not split the measure, okay? So let me go ahead and show you that the last half of the verse. Putting someone first only works when you're in their top 5. Right here, we've got F over C for a full measure, and by the way, and then G is a full measure too. I'm going out tonight. And this will lead us into the chorus. In the chorus, I would keep this exact same strumming rhythm going. We're still doing the split and everything. All we're doing different is we're gonna take that palm mute out and let all of our strings ring, okay? Best believe I'm still bejeweled when I walk in the room. I can still make the whole place shimmer. And when I meet the band, they ask, do you have a man? I can still say I don't remember. All right? That's gonna go all the way through the chorus. Like I said, most of the song follows this exact same chord order. You're gonna play it exactly the same way. The only difference is where you put a palm mute in versus where you do not. If you're looking at my guide that's on my Patreon page, I do have all of the places where I want you to palm mute listed. So again, you can download that if that will help you. The only place that's gonna be a little bit different here is the bridge of the song. Now on the bridge, you're just gonna hold the C chord for the whole first half of the bridge. And again, I would suggest the palm mute here. So we've got C for a whole measure, and we're gonna hold it out for the first half of the bridge. Sapphire tears on my face, sadness became my whole sky. But some guy said my aura's moonstone just 'cause he was high. It's not until the second half of the bridge that I would recommend bringing those chords back in. And again, this is just exactly how we've been playing it. We're dancing all night, you can try to change my mind, but you might have to wait in line. a girl gotta do? Diamonds gotta shine. And that goes back into that last chorus. So the bridge is the only place that's a little bit different. Throughout the song, there are going to be a couple of places where I would suggest doing a single down strum just to kind of bring the energy back down a little. Again, all of that is listed on my Patreon page as well. So again, 99% of this song can be played exactly how we just practiced it. So that is my suggestion for strumming. All right, guys, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really get this strumming rhythm under your belt. This is one of those more difficult ones because we do have that split in the middle where we have to change chords really fast, as well as that palm mute that I think really helps dress up the song a little bit. So again, if you do need help with building this up in real time, I would suggest checking out my Practice With Me Strumming Patterns series over on my Forever Faithful channel. But once you have this strumming down, then we can go ahead and add in those chord transitions and everything else we've practiced in this tutorial to play through the song. 1, 2, ready, go. Baby love, I think I've been a little too kind. Didn't notice you walking all over my peace of mind. And the shoes I gave you as a present, putting someone first only works when you're in their top 5. And by the way, I'm going out tonight. Wanna have fun jamming out to the rest of this song with me? So make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other Swiftie sing-along guitar tutorials. I've covered so many of her songs from all the different albums and eras, so if you're a Swiftie who loves to play her songs on the guitar, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I will link it in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe and feel, but it's just as fun and easy to play. So see you over there.